You're watching PROfintech. My name is Eva, and this Pro episode is about starting your own online store. We have already discussed what you need to keep in mind if you're planning a new online business. This time, we will talk about sales channels. Let's go. So, you need a website. Firstly, you have to decide if you want to make it all from scratch or use one of the prepared solutions. Individual, customized development of the website is a difficult process. It's long and also expensive. Plus, it's work for a whole team of specialists. You will need web designer for creating a visual layout of the website, programmer for writing and implementing the code, copywriter to create high-quality content and to help with maintenance of your website, one or few IT specialists to improve the connection between your website and your partners' systems. For example, for interaction with payment, processing company, mail server and delivery services. And even when the website is written and launched, they will still need to work in order to improve its work and build all the systems. There are benefits of this solution. First, your website will be unique, written exclusively for your project. Second, it will meet all the demands of your company's identity, fonts, colors, logo requirements, and the other rules of your brand's image. Third, professionally written websites do not have any unnecessary line of code. Programmers will understand how important and beautiful it is, but for users, it just means that the website will load fast and work smoothly. There are also a few drawbacks. It's expensive and it takes longer. If your business idea is still in the stage of development and you have to test it to understand if it even works, will this project succeed? There is a point in choosing prepared solutions. Those solutions are offered by well-known platforms such as Shopify, WooCommerce, PrestaShop. They are offering a full service package from design to implementing payment systems in the website. By the way, such services are known as SaaS, Software as a Service. There is a point because such a service is a program and you don't need to make a new one. Services we talk about have been made mainly to make launching of online stores faster, and those include plenty of user tricks which can be implemented in a website. There are a lot of designs you can choose from and also modules for payments and delivery which truly work. There is a huge plus for such platforms, simplicity of their usage. One of its benefits is drag and drop function. You can choose the section you need and just drag it to your website. All the process looks like building a constructor. You just take blocks and build your own model of the website. Opening your own online store with such resources is really possible for everyone. Cost of this service can differ from platform to platform. They all have something in common though. Payments for creating and publishing your website is taken not as a single payment, but as a monthly subscription. Depending on your chosen payment plan, costs can vary from $30 to $300 monthly. There is a need to highlight the service Magento. It's something in between creating everything from scratch and ready-to-use solutions. They offer templates of websites to users and plenty of modules, and each of them are resolving some task. However, customizing them for your own needs is not so simple as in a previous example. In order to understand everything, you will need to have certain skills. Here we have to add that one business created another business. Now there are corporations who are working with such systems as Magento, and it's making life easier for users. This service is not so expensive, and using professional support is sometimes cheaper than solving unknown problems by yourself. Besides such services, there are whole libraries of templates and professional constructors for websites. They are WordPress, TemplateMonster, Voog, Mozello, and their main product is open code. Such a code can be corrected, parts of the website can be changed, new blocks can be added or deleted, design also can be changed. It's called an open source. It means it's a source which can be customized by your own needs. It's a wonderful possibility, but to use it, you will need to prepare a website for launching and provide the further support. So you need to have at least basic programming skills, or you will need to hire such a specialist. As a result, you will get your individual solution. Such services are recommended if ready-to-use solutions are not meeting your requirements. For example, when an online store has its own stock and there is an individual accounting system that have to be connected. Professional templates and additional modules can cost approximately $200+, but still, it's possible to find cheaper versions or even for free versions. However, not all the projects require their own online stores. Sometimes online business only needs a good promo website. To launch a beautiful website, business card fast can definitely be addressed to a Wix service. It has been made at first to launch visually appealing websites with a little functionality. There, you will find all you need for a modern landing page, for example, a built-in gallery with photos from Instagram. Cost of launching and servicing such a website is cheaper than e-commerce solutions, from $5 to $30 per month. Hosting and domain name are included in the cost. By the way, at Wix, you can make your own logo and your brand's identity, as well as make a business email. As regards, an online store is not usually being built here. Product is not really being used for e-commerce. What else do financial specialists talk about or think about when launching an online store? Processing. When a new online store is launched, organizing the cash flow is almost the most important thing. Otherwise, what is the business about? Processing means implementing payments through your website. Who can help you with that? Shopify and similar platforms offer their own solutions, modules for payment processing, and it is one of the advantages of full-service solutions. It's especially important for those who don't have programmers in their teams. Payment processing offered by such platforms really works. It's already tested and you need just to use the service. Fees for this service are almost equal to the service fees of processing companies. If your online store is a website written exclusively for you, you will need to implement a payment module, but to begin, you will have to choose a provider of this service. Such popular payment systems as PayPal, Stripe, and our own project Impaya are offering their solutions for payment processing. The best option to choose the best for you is just leaving an inquiry on our website. Analytics will examine the profile of your company, industry, possible risks, and offer a solution. Cost of the service and fees will depend on all of those aspects. There are also technical details. Processing companies can offer plugins for payment processing, basic solutions used by the majority of online sellers. If it doesn't meet your needs, they will offer you IPI. There is more functionality. IPI is used in those cases when there is a need to follow certain security rules and also if there is a need to have extended possibilities to customize payments functionality. In order for this solution to meet all the requirements in each case, there is a need to write everything and program from scratch every time. Regarding the plugin, there are few advantages of this solution. First, there is no need to program it. It's a ready-to-use solution that is just being built in your website. Second, users are offered a few payment methods at once, for example, a credit card, an e-wallet, and others. Thirdly, the data entered is being checked. For example, you cannot enter the name of the cardholder in Russian or make a mistake when entering a card number. Lastly, the payment section in Impaya website is translated to 17 languages. Mobile version of the website or application? According to the statistics, almost all of the purchases on the internet are being made by using the desktop version of the website, from a big screen on which it is possible to see all the details and enter the data for delivery. By the way, did you know that 85% of all the clients are beginning and finishing the purchase process using different devices? This way, customers often are seeing the product for the first time on a mobile, but finishing the purchase from the desktop version. Sometimes it happens because a potential customer sees the commercial while being somewhere in his way. Email, advertisement in a social network, a banner from a mobile application, even the pop-up window in GPS, you name it. A click on each of such ads needs to result in opening a high-quality resource. And the aim is to make you remember the product by just one look. That way, customers will have a desire to check the website and get to know more about the product. That's why it is so important to have a well-adapted mobile website. The content should be placed in such a way so it's comfortable. The website should load quickly. Statistics show that if a website is loading more than 3 seconds, customers will not wait. He will just go back to the resource from which he was redirected to your website. It's interesting that a tendency to finish the purchase on a desktop version of the site is not common in case of micro purchases. Such services that do not require delivery, tickets to the cinema, payment for an audiobook, taxi or parking. In these cases, mobile applications work better. The difference lies in the fact that when we open a mobile website, the biggest part of its work is performed by the browser. The internet browser is customizing the website for the device. Mobile applications are downloaded directly to the phone and are working only on its own driver. Unfortunately, that's why applications sometimes stop working or are having some errors. Developing good applications can be really expensive and takes time. On average, it's 10 times more expensive than a website with good customization for mobile. But there are no good constructors for making applications yet. It's a never-ending process of investing money and customizing applications for new devices, operational systems, updates, etc. In most cases, you need your own team of programmers, which is growing all the time, and it requires a huge investment. Therefore, it is really important to understand that behind each application there is a separate business, which is built specially on this service. In most cases, application is a main strategy and vector for business development, and therefore it's a must. Terms and conditions. Do you remember that square which you have to tick in so you can continue the purchase? Yes, those are terms and conditions and privacy policy. Those two documents came to Europe together with a GDPR law. The aim of this law is to secure the customer's data, especially sensitive data: name, last name, the number of credit cards, address. Do these documents need to appear in your internet resource? Of course. Do you need to have lawyers for making them? No. For a small business, the recipe is easy. Just Google, find a template. Make your own corrections to it, and yes, of course, it is absolutely mandatory to follow all the rules written in these documents. CEO. So, the website has been made, business launched, what else? Now you have to wait for customers. In order to make your brand recognizable, you will need to use SEO. SEO is a search optimization, making a website recognizable in order to make it appear on the first lines of search results. It helps to improve the traffic and increase the sales. Each website has its own map, so-called sitemap. In this map, you will find the main elements of the content, such as headlines, pictures, and videos. The more qualitative the content and the more precise is code of the site, the more Google will value its map. So, it gives the bigger opportunity for indexation. How to make this map better? In order to do that, it's very important to provide the support of the resource by adding new content, adding posts in social media and advertisements, for example, in Google. It is very important not to copy the content from the other resources. Google recognizes plagiarism very fast and punishes the website by blocking it, so the website does not appear in search results. It is also important to take into account in which language the content is being published. If the online store is trying to be recognizable in a particular country, but at the same time does not have the information in that country's language, it could be bad for indexation. In order to understand how good you have fulfilled the task to improve your SEO, don't forget about metrics. It's a technique for an analysis of your website performance. It helps to check the traffic, the conversion rates, to understand which posts are most popular and which ones do not reach the audience. The day their website is launched is the day zero. In the future, you will need to make analysis and experiments. Increase of the sales with the help of professional search engine optimization is possible, and if it's not possible to make it by yourself, services offered by such professionals are worth the investment. That's it for now. See you in the next pros.